get your hands out the way. And go blading your wrists or something. People think your Micra's caused you depression or something. Hello, it's Alex. I thought I'd let you join in a little bit, eh? A little bit. So I've got the wire brush on the drill. I'm just trying to clean this bit up. Frightened I was to take this sunroof off because I really thought there was going to be holes under here, but there's no holes. All the rust has come off with the wire brush. Just got this little attachment here. Come up really well. I'm going to hoover it, and I think I might put some rust killer on the little bits that are left. So that's it after I've wire brushed all the rust off really, and then I've gone in here with a paintbrush and brushed out any nasties. Same over here. So now what I'm going to do, hoover on the air filter, don't worry about that. I've got an old ice cube tray here, and I'm going to pour some of this hammerite crust into one of the compartments and use it as a little paint tray, because you can't just dip the brush in the bottle. You need to take a bit out, enough for you to use. So we won't want a lot at all, just a little bit. It's meant to change colour. If it doesn't change colour, you've got to reapply it after an hour, I think. And then you've got to wait about 3 hours before you can put paint on, which is fine because I'm going to leave it overnight. So we don't need a lot in there, just a bit. And you see there, it's starting to go black, change colour, like it's meant to. I didn't have the camera on for doing this bit. I've masked up the bits I don't want to paint on the Micra sunroof area. So if you want to come and have a look. The only bits I really want to paint are those bits there. So I've cleaned up the area around them. So this doesn't really need paint, but we'll feather it in. We'll feather it in. There's some welding lines here, so I've masked up to the welding line. So hopefully when we do paint it, when I paint it, it won't be too obvious. And I'll do both sides. I've put the blanket over just to stop any overspray getting on the windscreen, because that's really annoying if that happens. But we've got paper all around, so I'm only doing these little bits here, so it shouldn't be too bad. So I'll do a couple of coats of high build primer, because the rust killer's gone all black, so that's good, all the rust's disappeared. I'll use a couple of coats of that, and then I've got some silver paint in a spray can that's a very similar match, which is Nissan Starburst or something. Starburst Silver. So yes, I shall get some primer on now. The primer's almost the same colour as the silver. That's 3 coats of hybrid primer on those bits. I think that'll do. And we can put some silver on tomorrow. Now ideally, I'd be saying it's the next day and I'm going to put some silver paint on my Nissan Micra sunroof aperture. Well, actually, I think this Mica's been sat in the garage for at least 2 weeks and I still haven't put the silver paint on. I'm bloody useless, aren't I? Mind you, we haven't had the weather for it, but as you can see, the sunshine is glorious today, so now's the time to get some silver paint on the Micra. I don't really know what you can see from up there. Hopefully you can see I've got some Scotch-Brite, I think that's what it's called. And all I'm going to do is just Scotch-Brite all the bits I've primed, just to sort of rough it up a little bit, ready for the silver paint to stick to it. I could use a fine sandpaper, but it's part of the car that it's not really on show, so it doesn't have to look perfect. So yeah, I'm just going to rough it up. So that's it all scuffed up. Now I've got some stuff called panel wipe or degreaser. It's just to make sure the surface is clean from any grease, dust, you know, anything like that, because we don't want to be spraying any oily fingerprints or anything like that. My favourite job, shaking cans. I hate it so much. We just want a light dusting if we can. This paint looks very glittery. Alright, well that'll do for the first coat, I guess. Whilst the first coat of paint dries on the Micra, I'm going to have a look at the sunroof. Because now I've got the external seal, I can put that on. But the mating surface needs cleaning, so I'm going to very carefully use my Scotch-Brite to just go around the edge. Be very careful though, because you don't want to scratch the glass with this stuff. So I'm just going to do around the green mossy edge. We're going to scratch it up to make sure it's nice and clean for the new seal to stick to. Yeah, that'll be good. finished scuffing up the edges and making it all clean, I then got some panel wipe degreaser just to clean the edges completely. At this point I would try not to touch the sunroof too much with your greasy fingers, because I want to be making sure this rubber goes on well. I hope you can see alright up there. So I've got the rubber, and this rubber that I've got comes with the bonding stuff already inside of it, so all I got to do is push it on. Once it's clean, obviously I've still got the rag here just to make sure every bit I do it's clean, because look, black some of it. So I don't know if you can see, my camera setup's quite poor today. I'll push this bit on and then we'll have a look at it to see what it looks like. So I'm doing the awkward bit here, I'm doing around a corner. I'll have a look, see if it's come out well. Look at that. I don't know if you can actually, but that's beautiful. That's a lovely seal, that is. Brilliant. So there is some scum marks still there, which are coming up visible. So I think what I might do, I might run a blade along that to get all that old stuff off, because otherwise it's going to show. Can you see? See, this piece I've pushed on now, but you can still see the scum line from the old seal. So I think I'm going to scrape this off with a blade and do it properly. I don't know what's going on with that. I might have to paint that and tidy it up a bit in the future. This is a horrible job, isn't it? Oh, bye. Be very careful holding a blade like this. You can get a tool. I'm just trying to scratch off the scummy marks that are left on here. As you saw, they're still visible. That's better. Yeah, that's loads better, isn't it? If you can see it. So I'm just keeping the blade down flat. I'm not digging it in or gouging it in. Keeping the pressure into the middle and not the edges, because otherwise you could dig one of these corners in the glass and scratch it up. You don't want to be doing that. And keep your hands out the way. And go blading your wrists or something. People think your Micra's caused you depression or something. That's beautiful. That'll look so much nicer when the rubber goes on. This is beautiful. Yes. check it out. Got my bird bath as a workstation, and the rubber is on. I don't know how well this adhesive stuff sticks, but I'll leave it here overnight, I think, and see what the rubber does. Hopefully it doesn't come off. Just got this little bit here to do. The original one sort of flapped over this bit, but it looked really rubbish, so I'm just going to put the bit in the middle. Hopefully I've cut this long enough. Oh no. Go a bit longer than that. No, it's okay. I'm just talking to myself. No, I don't need any help with this sunroof. Ugh. You're a hindrance. Go away. Go on. Bugger off. Go on. I'm really chuffed with how this looks. As long as Arlo doesn't pull the rubber off anymore. The grass needs mowing. No? What do you want? Oh. You're so soft. You'd be good at polishing cars, wouldn't you? Ta-da! I've taken the masking tape off. And yeah, it's not a bad match at all. This bit over here looks a bit manky, but it's just dirty. I could have cleaned it when I cleaned that up, but I couldn't be bothered because I knew this bit didn't need painting, so I will be cleaning that. But this was the main area I needed to concentrate on. And yeah, I'm really happy with how that's come out. I've put this seal back on. Yeah, all I need now is to find a seal that sticks onto the glass of the sunroof that pushes down onto this. Now, I've got a few things in mind. There's this foam stuff here. Sorry, it's a bit dark in here. There's this foam here rather than rubber. I thought that would seal it. It's a possibility. It's that or, well, don't know really. Whilst the paint on the sunroof was drying, I managed to get a few jobs done in here. The important one being, I fitted the back seat back in properly. I'll take this down. Yes, there we are. No more horrible sponge. That is good. The boot is very clean under here. Very, very clean. No rust, no damp, nothing. That's a good decent tyre in there. And I've got the sunroof bag here, which has also got the sunroof inner shade that's in there. It's a bit damaged because I accidentally trod on it, but we won't mention that. But yeah, happy with that. Got both number plate lamps on. Needs a bit of a clean, and I really do want to get some new number plates. It's a shame to lose the dealer plates, but the state of them. The screw's so rusty, it looks like the plate's about to fall off anyway. I've just shifted the Micra over a little bit because I want to have a look at the door. I've got a replacement door here, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dress it up because the inside's the same colour. So I'm going to take all the trim off and put it on the new door and fit the new door, which I don't think I can do in here because it doesn't open wide enough. Because this door is absolute toast. Yes, there's no metal behind that. But yeah, that's it for now. And well, I guess I'll film some more progress when I've done some. Thanks for watching. Bye.